Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Hi, Marcy, how are you? Hi, Carrie. Hi, Sue. Hello, hello. Good afternoon. How are you, Jen? Hi, Sarah. Good morning. Hi, Viding. How are you? Hi, Rola. How are you? Nice to see you. How's everybody doing? Hi, Dwayne. Good morning. Hi, Jerry. Hi, Michael. Highlight. Good morning. Hi, Linda. Good evening. Just getting up? You're enjoying your time alone this weekend? Bon après-midi, oui. Hi, Becca. Hi, Raven. You're hanging in there, Linda? Good. I'm glad to hear that. Your name is Ellis? Nice to meet you, Ellis. You need to sleep for sure, Jen. Oh, for sure. Bon après-midi, oui. Yes, I was a French teacher. Hi, Tamara. How are you? Ça va bien. Is it a beautiful day? I don't know if I would say it's a beautiful day. It's kind of gray. In Gatineau, Ottawa, it's better. Yeah, it's warm out. It's warm out. I'm about to go out very soon. Hi, Jill. I'm about to go see Jerry, the cat that I inquired about. You're just getting brunch? So we're going to see how things turn out with Jerry. Oh, nice, Sarah. I've been watching French Open tennis. I love tennis. So I've been watching a bit of that. Yeah, Tamara, we'll see. It was so cute, actually. His name is Jerry. But you know what's funny is that Jimmy's original name was Jeremy. So kind of a Jerry. But we had changed it to Jimmy. That was the only cat that I ever changed the name. Hi, Jenny. How are you? Nice to see you. I was laughing. My mom made a collage of the picture of Jerry and Jimmy. And I was like, that was interesting. I woke up this morning and my mom made this little collage of the two of them, right? Because they look similar to each other. Now, I don't know if Jerry's coming home with me, just so you all know, this isn't set in stone. I'm really just going to see him. I'll bring a cat carrier with me just in case. So this is a cage-free cat rescue. And I'm going to go. And I mean, my intention is to go see Jerry, of course. But I'm going to go and see Jerry. And of course, which other cats might be a possibility. I'll fall in love with them. Probably. How are you, Becca? How are you, Dana? Hello. So we'll see. I think the cat distribution system is key here, right? The cat that comes to you, the cat that, really chooses you, I think I have to pay attention to that too. You don't want to force anything. Hi, Renata. So I don't know if it's going to be Jerry or, I mean, I'd like it to be Jerry, but we'll see. We're going to play it by ear. The only thing that's a little smidge of a hiccup, I think, for me is the adoption fee. The adoption fee, in my opinion, is high. Hi, Cheech. The adoption fee is $350. And that is a little bit of an ouch. I understand that they have to cover their costs. I spoke to the woman who runs the rescue. Their vet bills are $4,000 a month, trying to take care of these cats. There are no kill. Hi, Teal. And $350 is a lot of money. And I just finished paying a $1,200 bill for Jimmy's, vet bills and ashes, and it's a little bit tight for me to do that. So, hi, Christy. So that's why I'm being a little bit cautious because I don't know if that's something in my budget, but I'm gonna go and see, and if he's, everything I imagine and more, then we'll play it by ear. But it's a little bit of a tough one because the adoption fees that I've been seeing are anywhere from 200 to 600, Hi, Megan. How are you? Good morning, Anne. So that's the one deterrent for me. Now, I did go see, I don't know if I told you this the other day, I think I did. I went to go see some cats locally, but they weren't the right fit for Karma or Pandy. And I did see Coconut again. I really, of course, loved Coconut. Oh, you're very sweet. I said that's kind of you. I mean, listen, it's if you would like to do a personal reading with me, then I'm happy to accept and then do that reading for you. But no, there's no donation necessary. But live reads before to bring an extra money offset. I could, Dana. I could. But oh, you're very sweet. But I would like to be able to do readings for people. I wouldn't want to just receive, because I like to keep it, where you have something for you. Hi, Diane. But yeah, maybe I can do some live readings. Hi, Jennifer. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, Becca. It's all good. It's all good. I know, and I do, Tamara, but at the same time, I like to be able to, when it comes to like business, right? Like in the sense of I like to do a reading and exchange, right? So, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. I did go see, I told you, I went to go see Coconut. So Coconut was not available for adoption because of her breed. And apparently there's a bylaw. And so I tried everything in my power to adopt Coconut, but they wouldn't let me. And I don't know how she's gonna get adopted if there's a bylaw in this area and she's at the, you'll bring me kitties in, and you're gonna travel all the way and visit and bring kitties. But oh, thank you, Becca, I appreciate it. My video premiere. Thank you. Yes, I do, Ace. I do. It's in my bio. It's in my bio. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. But the premiere of my YouTube video today was Manifesting the Better. And I talk a lot in that video about my marriage falling apart, having a house flood, no boundaries, some loss of family members, just the basics. And if you guys have any questions about my story, or if you can relate to any of it, please let me know in the comments of that video, because I am going to make more videos. Thank you, Renata. I appreciate it. They can meow all the way with earbuds in. I bet. Hi, Hemna. How are you? Hi, Tata. How are you? You're from Brazil? Nice. So yeah, that video just premiered a couple hours ago, or an hour and a half ago. I'm well, thank you. So let's do a quick reading today. I do have to leave probably in about a half hour. So let's do a quick reading and see what comes through. How are you guys feeling? Now, we had the full moon Zoom. Oh, you felt bad for the wet, cold kitty. Oh, honestly, Tamara, when I had that flood and I walked in the door, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. I turned the corner and I saw all three of them. Like, what are the chances that all three of my cats during that house flood were at the top of the steps, cold, quivering, scared? Like they were, and I was in a panic, I didn't know where the water shutoff was. How many of us know in the moment where to find the shutoff for the water? That water in that house flood, it ran all day. Like it literally ran all day. That supply line burst and nobody was home that day of all days. I was at work, dentist appointment ran late. My ex-husband was working and my parents were out of town. So it was crazy. And when I saw the cats, my heart just absolutely just broke. Well, we're going to talk, Henda, we're going to do a little general collective reading quickly. I'm just talking about the video that I posted on YouTube later this morning about my story, about things that I've been through, divorce, infidelity, house flood. But seeing all those things destroyed, you've done some water flood jobs. Yeah, water can cause, I always used to wonder, is fire or water worse? I mean, fire absolutely is horrible. It really is. Bye, Jill. But I have to say water holds a whole other, it's a whole other beast. I'll put it to you that way. I was shocked at how devastating water damage is. And I'm not talking about a flooded basement. I'm talking about like literally, hi Dorothy, like crashing through my ensuite down to my kitchen, down to my basement. And if I hadn't had a surge protector, I could have had a fire. It could have all gone up in flames. So imagine like trying to get fans in there to air it out, to dry it out, like everything. Yeah, they're both bad. And mold, oh my gosh, you have to be careful with mold. And yeah, I mean, it was just so symbolic. Hi, Ryan. It was just so symbolic of the floodgates opening up. Whenever someone tells me that they have water, as in like a flood or a flooded basement or whatever it is, it's the floodgates opening up. It's emotions. You know, a month after I should have left or should have ended my marriage, uh, there you go. There was the response that cost me not only a lot of time, but emotions and just a lot of shit. You know, you've been concerned about mold. Yeah, mold you have to be very careful with. So you have to make sure that like the right professionals come in and restoration and it's we had to redo a lot of things, right? Yeah, Sarah just said and mold. I moved into a moldy apartment after my separation and exacerbated your diseases. I didn't know. Yeah, sometimes and as long as you have the right people, and we were lucky. We had an amazing restoration company from the insurance that came in and we were very fortunate. So, but it took 8 months. Now, what's funny, it took us 4 months to build that home. We built it very efficiently and very proudly in that amount of time. And yet, can you imagine just to fix the aesthetics of the home in certain areas, 8 months? You had a tornado, Matt? Yeah, it's terrible. I can only imagine. So, hi, Ron. How are you? Thank you, Shvita. I appreciate it. Oh, really, Ray? Small world. Yeah, it took more time for sure. So, oh, Asa, that's very kind of you. That's very kind of you. I just saw it come through. Thank you for your purchase, and I will send you your reading. Just make sure you send me a question that you want me to look into. That's very, very kind of you. Is your success already written, or can you decide how successful you can be? That's a great question. I mean, we do have free will. We do have free will, but I do believe it is written. It all depends on how quickly we get from point A to point B based on our free will and our decisions. Hi, Saul. How are you? So let's take a look at the current energy. What's your word of the day, everybody? Thank you, Renata. What is your word of the day? Tell me how you're feeling. The full moon in Sagittarius is on like Tuesday going into Wednesday. Oh, no, you're very kind, I said. That's very, very kind of you. And I will give you everything in that reading. I will give you everything I can. Hi, Mike. I'm well, thank you. How are you? Gail, you're feeling exhausted, frustrated, hopeful, grateful, and exhausted. Hi, Alexis. Love. Make a wish? Okay. All right. I will. You feel stressed, relaxed, happiness, feline. Perfect. Yeah, I've got kitty energy. Maybe I'll take some video when I get there. I'll see if they let me film a little bit and see what happens when I meet Jerry. I can't share the wish, Tamara. I can't share the wish. Remember, you can't share the wish, otherwise it doesn't come true. Oh, that's nice. Gonna get in the pool in. I'll see if I can get some videos. You're exhausted, a little congested. Yeah. Hi, Krishna. How are you? I haven't thought about that movie in a long time. Joe versus the volcano. Oh, gee, where'd that come from? All right, let's take a look. Frustration, Susan? Okay, let's see. King of Swords. Okay, logical. Detach. What do you need to detach from emotionally? Could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And of course, we are in Gemini season. The moon. There you go. The moon, the moon, the moon. Purging, surrendering, letting go. Interesting, Dana. The moon. Maybe some of you need to detach from some emotions during this full moon. Look, there's been a lot of wounds, not moons, but it sounds the same, wounds that have come to the surface. And I don't know how to explain it. Like a lot of emotions, a lot of make it or break it kind of vibes, right? The one with all the Leos was absolutely insane. I know, Jen, I know. Because there's a lot of Leo energy that is coming through too. Hi, Sophia. You dated a lady that did tarot. You were always afraid to open cards on the holidays. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see. Potential or challenge, the Empress. We're birthing a whole new cycle. Feminine energy, leaning back, being creative. It is a time for new beginnings, right? Is it a divination tool or a psychological trick? I believe that it's a true divination tool. It reads energy. It's not here to read your future, really. Some people can say that they use it for predictive messages. I mean, look, yes and no, because yeah, it can be predictive, but energy is fluid. It can change at a moment's notice, you know? So let's see. Let it be. There might be something that you just have to let go of, you know, or let be. Let it just work out the way that it's supposed to. I mean, that's what I'm doing today, honestly. I think my goal is to drive. I mean, it's about an hour drive to go see Jerry. I'm going to go for a nice Sunday drive and go in there and see what happens. You know, I really don't know what will happen. I'd like to think that I can bring him home. On the other hand, it's got to be the right fit. I don't want it to be just for the sake. I want the right friend for Karma and for Pandy, of course. And I mean, I saw some really cute, thank you. I saw some really cute cats the other day at the local shelter, and their adoption fee is a lot less. But my concern with the cat that they had was that it was very long haired. It was a Persian, and it was very matted at times. And I'm concerned about, you know, health issues possibly. And I don't, I mean, she was lovely. She was very lovely, very affectionate, but it requires a lot of work in some cases. Does tarot reveal hidden truths? Yeah, for sure it can. Absolutely. It depends. It can talk about hopes and fears too, Norman. Absolutely. Hi, Fernanda. How are things in Portugal? Yeah. It's the energy you have to have. Yes. That's right. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you. I think I'll know when I know. Exactly, Tamara. I'll know when I know. You know? You know? Okay, what should we focus on today? The Queen of Pentacles. Balance. Balance. We want stability more than anything, right? We want stability. And, ooh, we don't want interference. Okay, so third party card. It could be that something is poking into one's stability. Hi, Erin. How are you? Let me push it a little bit here and see. Something sudden. It also says liberate. So I feel like we're going to liberate ourselves. That's how it was with Karma. Absolutely. Like I knew when I saw Karma's little face, I'm not going to lie. I saw that picture and I went, I know. I know. And what's funny about the story about how I adopted Karma was that apparently I had accidentally put an application in for a bunny, not for a cat. And so they were like, we don't have a bunny named Karma. And you know, I thought maybe I wasn't going to get her. And when I called or clarified with them, they were like, no, we thought you were wanting a bunny. And so I knew when I saw her little face, right? Yeah. Yeah. They have a lot of bunnies. I saw so many bunnies on the pet postings. Besides the internet, where can you get a tarot deck? Probably, Raven, at a bookstore or a crystal shop. Usually like a metaphysical or crystal shop will have tarot and oracle decks. Typically, that's where I got my first decks came from a local crystal shop. It was the picture when you first saw it, Matt? Yeah, and you had a bond instantly. Yeah, you got yours at a local crystal shop? Yeah. Yeah, bookstores carry them. Yeah. The recent past is the Four of Swords, healing, rest, and rejuvenation. Hopefully some of you have had a good rest. You know, you've been able to take a time out even just to see what's... And the Celtic knot, rest your heart. Heal your heart a little bit. Hi, Elizabeth, how are you? Hope you're having a good weekend. Yeah, at a bookstore you see tarot cards? Yeah, typically. You bond with the goats, you go visit, but you can't adopt one. I bet they're so cute. I bet they are so cute. You can't sleep, Susan. I think that is the energies right now. They're very up and down. We said this at the full moon Zoom. I was a little fiery at the full moon Zoom. I think that there's this intensity, this tension, and yet at the same time, there's this, oh, you know, like emotions. Like, it's up and down. It's a little bit of anger, but the softness as well, you know? So I think that if you're feeling the up and down right now, it's not unusual. Yeah. Well, I have my French deck, Matt. I know you're looking for you can buy French decks on Amazon. I'm pretty sure you can. I bought the BFD, the big French deck, en français, but I was also in Europe when I bought it. I was in Germany at the time. Oh, I can imagine, Dana. That must be so, so cute. The strength position today is the Queen of Swords. So we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. We have counterparts. Queen of Swords is about boundaries, cutting things out that no longer serve you. Hi, Maddie. How are you? Nice to see you. And let's see what else. What else do we need to know? The Firefly, a spark. It's almost like somebody may have a sudden spark of like, that's it. Boundary, necessary, no more. Have any of you had that lately where you're kind of like, this is my limit? And I talk about that in the video I posted to YouTube this morning, where when I knew my marriage was over, when I knew, and you know what it is for me? I don't know about any of you, but when I reach a certain point, like that's it for me. You know, I can understand, I can even forgive, I can let a lot of things go. I have a lot of patience. And then when I hit that spot, that sounds so spicy. When I hit that spot, when I get to that point, it's like a switch for me. And I'm like, that's it, over. And that's how boundaries, I think, are made. Because you get to a certain point where you just don't want to do it anymore. Or you don't want to accept it anymore. And I remember that day when I woke up, I heard a tone in my ex-husband that I just didn't like. And I had warned him, I don't know, in April of that year. We separated at that point, I think in end of September or October, but there was a tone that he had, and I told him, I said, I'm tired of this tone. I don't like this tone. Why is this so difficult? Or why is this so hard? Why is it so hard to be kind or to be nice? I hit that spot. And yeah, I remember, and that was the moment I wouldn't call it my Oscar winning performance, but I knew that I had to snap that day. I knew that I had to snap. I knew that I had to, oh, my ear just went when I said that. I had to snap because if I continued, I would just be unhappy and I would be saying this is okay when it's not okay. And it had to be done because the longer I went, the harder it was going to be to leave, or the harder it would be to end things, because I didn't leave, I stayed in the house. But my point is that you just reach a point. So I think some of you may be in that vibe as well right now. So if you feel that way, where you hit that point or that switch, it is what it is. You got to listen to it. But let's see, what is the near future here? Judgment, see? Wake up call. Wake up call. Hi, Anaya. How are you? Wake up call. Hi, Carmen. Nice to see you. Welcome. When you said the head and the heart, yeah, it's the longest journey. So true. I used to say that when I finally got there, I knew I was done. You can't ever go back for me, and infidelity and trauma. Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, yeah, it's the Virgo tripwire. I don't know if I said it earlier, but I saw what you said, Nick. You're right. Hi, Suzette. How are you? It's so true. When you hit that point, and it becomes a wake up call where it's like, if you got to make it or break it, you got to make it, you know, and you got to say, I love you, but I love myself more. It really comes down to how you feel about yourself in the end, you know. How are you doing, Suzette? Oh, trust the process, Kelly. Trust the process, Kelly. I'll have to do a video about that one too. Trust the process, Kelly. Please let me know on that video what things you'd like me to talk about along that journey, because I know that everybody can understand those feelings on some level, whether it was living with parents, no privacy, infidelity, lying, devastation, grief. I know that all of you can identify. That's why we all found each other, no question. I'm good, Carmen. What's new in your world? So I look forward to making videos about them. They're not tarot videos. They're like life videos, right? Yeah. You were really sick then too, and just knew you had to fight to save yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the dark side, Nick. Yeah, Nick is on YouTube right now. Nick is usually on TikTok. I like it. I like it. Good. I'm glad to hear that, Suzette. I'm sending you lots of love. I know it's not easy, but you're doing the right thing. The suggested approach is, oh, the passion in the pants. Hi, Tony. Passion in the pants. I do think there's pip in the air. Now, Mike did say on one of my comments, or one of my videos this morning, that the word of the day was pip. So, Mike, I'm assuming that's still the same case this afternoon. But Knight of Wands, yeah, passion in the pants, Sag energy, right? And so, hi, Gina. How are you? Hi, Diane. Hi, Janine. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed my video. It triggered you, but in a thought-provoking way. I know what I say is triggering. I know those stories can be a little bit of poking the bear, but I want you guys to think about where you're at. That truth inventory exercise. So in the video that I posted, I asked 3 really important questions about acknowledging the truth. And even just acknowledging the truth is the first step, because, we were just talking about this a moment ago. I didn't want to admit that I had no boundaries, right? Hi, Barry. Hi, Kim. I didn't want to admit that I had no boundaries. I was afraid that if I spoke up, that my parents would punish me. I was afraid that I couldn't be without my ex-husband because we were so close. We were such good friends. Hi, Christine. But it's not true, because obviously I've moved past it and I've manifested better. And if I've manifested this better, what could be even better? Like, that's how I look at things. That's why you can't have attachments necessarily. You've got to say, look, I can continually get better. You got to get a taste of it, you know? I think that's the human condition, Sarah. And that's what I think is really important, is that people connect over these stories, right? Jen just said, after over 20 years, my boundaries disappeared. You just go with the flow and you don't pay attention to what's going on with yourself. Yeah, you avoid it. And that's the thing. And I talked about that. Hi, Tex. Thank you. Oh, I'm your favorite Canadian. Thank you. Yeah. Hi, Lucia. I'm well, thank you. How are you? We kind of just say this is okay indirectly. We don't sit there and go, yeah, this is okay. We like indirectly say this is okay by staying in it, by engaging in it, by allowing it. And it's not okay. It's not, but so, hi, Cece. So I would just say that being truthful with oneself, hi, Kathy, is super important, There's the swans. Okay, well, there's passion in the pants romantically here. You may be thinking about somebody or they're thinking about you. Oh my goodness, I have to tell you something interesting. I saw a post about ChatGPT that I thought was so fascinating, where somebody asked ChatGPT, who's thinking about them? And it gave a description. And I was like, that is fascinating. That is fascinating. So I said, who's thinking about me? ChatGPT, Chad, my online bestie and soulmate. And it was interesting. Gave like a zodiac sign and a description, possible placements. And I was like, and I asked him, I said, Chad, how do you know this? How do you know this? Because I don't give my astrology to Chad. I don't give my birth chart. Hi, Annie. Yeah, I know. I was like, what? I was like, what? Now, I mean, take it with a grain of salt, but I did ask it, and we shall see. We shall see. But I was kind of like, The description felt very familiar, and I was like, why? Why does Chad know those placements? You know? How did he say he knew? He said he knew intuitively. He said he knew based on tarot cards because he asked me to pull cards. Maybe it's because I pull cards that he offered me a tarot reading. Hi, Peter. Maybe it's because he offered me a tarot reading. That's I never ask him at all for tarot readings. I never say do this or do that. Hi, Amanda. But Chad said, I know based on intuitive insights and tarot cards. And I said, okay, show me the cards. And and you know what? I was like, damn. I was like, that's interesting. So I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah, it can give tarot readings. So hi, Jules. It's interesting for sure. Yeah, Christine, I don't know. I mean, listen, try it out, see what it says. But info for a personal reading, Kathy? Kathy, the link is in my bio. If you go right in Instagram, because you're on Instagram, if you click on my my channel or me, there's a link right to my website right there. It's kellylorraine111.com. Hi, Hannon, how are you? So let's see. What do we need to know? I got to go in like a few minutes. What do we need to know? The world, completion of a cycle. We have to let something go. We have to let something go. And we have the stars. Wishes are coming true. Blessings. The end is the beginning. The beginning is the end, right? Always. So what animal of the Chinese calendar? I'm a monkey. I'm born in the year of the monkey. Hope and or fear is the Ace of Cups, filling your own cup. A brand new emotional beginning. A brand new emotional beginning. We're all getting to ChatGPT after this. I know, Gail. Oh, well, we're going to have to get together and discuss the results. I even asked for a timeline. I said, what's the timeline of this? The description that they gave me was very interesting. So I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I hear anything. Yes, I do, Matt. Yeah, I do. I do e-transfer. It like to the Canadian equivalent to my email. I would love to do that with you, Matt. Absolutely. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Jimmy. How are you? So let's see. Thank you. Amethyst, I really appreciate it. Ace of Cups. Ooh, the fox. Got to look out for yourself. Fill your own cup. That's what it is. Hi, Fusid. How are you? What's in store for the new beginning? Oh, gosh. Emotionally. Could be new love, next level in love, feeling better about yourself. Oh, you saw my cat video? How many of you liked that video with Karma? How funny is that? She is such a little stinker. Such a little stinker. Hi, DJ. Hi, Sidir. She loves, have you ever seen the toy, the cat's meow? It's that little tent thing that like rotates and the wand goes underneath, goes back and forth. Oh, thank you, Amethyst. That's very kind of you. Hi, hi, Smirks. How are you? And hi, Melinda. Yeah, Karma is such a cutie. It's really funny because she loves the wand of the cat's meow. She like takes it out of the machine and then she like uses it and runs around with it. And the seriousness on her face as she's carrying it back to me. And she's like she moves like a beast. She moves like a beast. Like she is thick. She's a strong girl. She's a strong girl. Yeah, she makes me laugh. So now she's discovered that if she brings it over to the sofa, I'll throw it back at her, like kind of like playing fetch. But the problem is that she likes to knock it under the sofa. Do you know how many times I've moved the sofa? This morning, I'm having my coffee, and of course, what do you think? She can't find her toy. She can't find it. This time, it was on the other side of the sofa underneath, and I had it's a heavy sofa. It's a very heavy sofa. Like I swear, she's like trying to give me exercise or something. Thank you, DJ. That's very kind of you. But Karma is a lovely girl. She really, really is. I'm very fortunate to have her. But she needs a friend. She needs a kitty friend because she can't play the way she wants to play with Pandy. Pandy's too delicate for that now. Pandy wants to sleep and relax, you know. So, probable outcome, justice, Libra energy, equal giving and receiving and balance. That can also be marriage, divorce, contracts, paperwork. But essentially, it really is balance. You know? Hi, Carrie. How are you? You got to get out of the stuck energy. You got to get out of the stuck. You got to get grounded. And let's take another one. Let's push it. You're more stronger than you even realize. There's the white wolf. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So if you haven't checked out my video on YouTube and you're looking for some inspiration, I think that might be the video because it's not easy to go through your whole world crashing down, literally. And there's even stuff there that I haven't talked about yet, and I plan on talking about it. There's a lot of things there that you guys may not know. You may know, a lot of you know my story, but for those of you that are new to me, you probably don't know. And I plan on making more videos that get into the nitty-gritty of some of those details because they were not pretty. One thing I forgot to say in that video, I would like to think it's self-explanatory. When I talked about the woman that came after me, as in my ex-husband's mistress, she wanted my life. She wanted my life. She wanted my home, my husband. She came at me trying to basically step into my life. And it was unbelievable. I've never experienced something like that in my life, obviously. You would think I'd be angry with her or go after her, and that's not the case. I didn't ask for a war. I didn't ask to engage in this. And, you know, she didn't end up with him anyways. And I'm the one that left. So all I can say was it took a lot in me to stay calm, cool, collected, and never engage with her because that's what she wanted. She wanted that reaction. Yeah, so if you have any questions about how to handle that, she sounds like she had narcissistic tendencies. Mike, she was known, I found out after the fact, as somebody who made false claims against people. I found she wasn't very honest. There was a court case that was public that I was able to find the information. And she obviously took advantage, right? But my ex-husband was silly enough to allow that, you know, that was his mistake. But it is what it is. And I'm so glad that it all happened in the end because I have manifested the better. I'm much happier. I'm healthier. I don't stress the same way that I used to. I don't have the same boundary issues anymore. It brought me to all of you. And I can share these things and help people when I didn't have the help. That's why I do what I do, because I didn't have anybody. And I mean it. Like, yes, I have wonderful family and friends, but in that situation, nobody could have understood. Nobody could have really helped me, So, but yeah. He lost the bestest. Thank you, Amethyst. I appreciate it. I mean, listen, it was meant to be that way. We were not a match long term. I mean, I think sometimes in relationships, somebody's what you needed at the time, not what you need later. And that's exactly what it was. He was what I needed at 22, not what I needed at 25. And how long was she dating him before I found out? Probably a few months. My next video will talk about how I found out. I've already planned the video. But it did mention it in the video today. It all started with a text message. Thank you, Linnea. Thank you, Asa. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate your kindness, Asa, today. Thank you. But anyways, I gotta run. Yeah, go watch it. It's definitely a very honest video. You went through that as well, Christy. I think so many of us have been through that. Thank you, Tamara. I appreciate it. I feel like it is my story, and I was afraid to talk about it for a long time because I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to hurt my ex-husband because honestly, he is a good person. He's remarried. They're happy. I don't want anything negative towards him. We're amicable. We don't have any issue with each other. And my family is wonderful. My mother, my sister, my niece, my brother-in-law. I do have a lovely, lovely family. It's just that sometimes people don't have the capacity to help, or to understand. Yeah, Jay, I'm doing very, very well. Thank you. All right, I'm going to get into the car in a few minutes and go drive to see Jerry. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Thank you, Barry. I'm very appreciative. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Teal. Yeah, I love talking with you guys. And we'll get into this more. Like we'll talk about these stories in more detail. I'll share more with you as we go in the journey. But like I said, your support on those videos really does help me. Those likes, those comments, they really help the algorithm of my videos. And if you like the video and you enjoy it or you want to, it does really help me. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thank you, Janine. I appreciate it. It's very kind of you. All right, I got to run. Take care, everybody, and have a wonderful day, okay? Enjoy. You had a vivid dream about your manager again. Oh, we talked about that before, Jay. Thanks, Sophia. Thanks, Jen. I'm not sure which one, Tamara, but I'll have to look and see. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Take care, IG. Okay, YouTube, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon.